Welcome back to Sorare Assist. Adam here. Today I'm going to be picking my special Threekly team. Yeah, that is the correct name. And also my specialist limited team as well. So stay tuned for that. If you do like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link below to get a free limited card, 13 common card. Using this link really helps support the channel as well and future content from me. Okay then, let's get stuck in then with the team selection for today. As I say, I'm going to be picking my Specialist Limited League team and the special Threekly team, which I can't help but laugh at every time I read the name of that tournament. I'll also potentially pick my common team as well and my underdog team while you guys are watching. Might as well while we're here. Okay then, so I've changed it up a little bit this week. I have already picked my all-star team. I'm going to concentrate my best team on that division this week. I think that makes sense because the Specialist Limited team, you do have to hope that your players of 40 or below in the last 15 do perform on that particular game week. Sometimes it can be a bit of a lottery, and I don't want to be really putting my best players in the lottery team. I do have some good players left though to pick in the Specialist Limited League team, as we'll find out. So I'm going to click into the Specialist Limited team first. I do want to concentrate on this division over the other Specialist Leagues, the Threekly and the Underdog. Okay, so let's have a look what players I've got available then. So I'm going to go over to my lineup builder on Sorare data like I always do. As you can see, I've already picked my limited all-star team. As you can see, this team is looking really strong, solid team, and should have a really good chance of getting some rewards for this team. Hopefully, if Kawasaki Fontale can keep a clean sheet. Right, let's have a look at the goalkeepers then, who I've got available. Jo Hyun Woo looks a good option to me. As I said in these Specialist Limited Leagues, I've been trying to pick a good goalkeeper who's likely to keep a clean sheet. Because if you don't keep a clean sheet, then your team probably has not got much chance of actually scooping at any rewards in most instances. So I think the only solid real goalkeeper that I've got here is probably Jo Hyun Woo for Ulsan Hyundai. It was a reward from a few weeks ago, really good reward that. Sejeno is, I don't know if he's still injured, he didn't play in the recent cup games, so this is a pretty easy one. I'm going to go with Jo Hyun Woo there. Now, I need to get two players obviously with 40 or below in the last 15, so I'm going to have a look at that now. I'm going to concentrate on that now as we move on to the defenders, just to see who I've got available. It's got Hatsusa here, he's falling in that bracket. I don't know if he's going to play or not though in the next game. He has been a sub the last two, as you can see, after an atrocious error in this match. He's been subbed the last two games, so it's not looking likely he's going to start. Ishihara could be a potential one for Shonan. 78 in this game, but that's probably one of the better scores he's got in the last 15. He's got 69 here, but you never know. He could do decent here. He's only 23, so still obviously developing. Now, I've got Nellis here, which is an interesting one. They've got a really interesting fixture as well, Red Bull. Real easy fixture against Toronto. 74% chance of winning in that one. So this one's looking good. It started the last three as well, so that's looking promising. So I think Nellis is looking a real potential good option there for that defender slot. That's going to use up one of my players of 40 or below in the last 15 as well, so that's looking good. Now let's have a look at the midfielders then. Again, I'm going to look at the 40 or below players. So I've got Ha Hyun Boom here. 54% chance of winning for Jeju, so that's looking good. He's not got really good scores there. He's got average scores. He's got a couple of scores that are looking decent. Will he get it in this game? Not 100% sure about that. Got Twomasi as well for Dallas at home to Vancouver. That could be a good one. 66% chance of winning. Got some half decent scores as well, so he's probably looking to pick over Hyun Boom at the moment. We've got Duke, but it doesn't look like they've got an easy fixture there. And most of these players have not been playing really. So it's probably going to be Tomasi out of the midfielder options if I did choose to pick one of those. Now let's have a look at the forwards then. Patrick here, he played the last game. Didn't play the two previous to that, but not an easy fixture for them. So in terms of forward, it's looking very fit on the ground. So it's going to have to be the defender and the midfielder that I highlighted there. So the defender slot was Nellis, wasn't it? So I will check the team news on this, of course, before the deadline to make sure that player is playing. And the midfielder I was going to use was Tomasi for Dallas. Looks like they've got a good fixture coming up as well. So that's looking pretty good to me. Okay, so I've got two more slots. Now ideally I want to fill these slots with some really quality players. So let's have a look then. So in terms of midfielders, I've got Jin Ho here for Pohang Steelers available. Now he looks like he's got a good fixture. We've also got Mihailovic, although I think he's injured by the looks of things. I don't know if he's going to be back for this game. We'll need to check that. We've also got Lee Chang-min again, unknown there. Another one that I'll need to check on. Harakawa's capable of getting a decent score. Got a fairly difficult fixture though, but he's another option. Roldan as well. He's been on good form recently for Seattle, and they've got a good fixture as well, so that could be another one potentially. So quite a few options in midfield. Let's just have a look at the forward slot then, because I do need a forward. I've not got one yet. So I've got Magoza here. 26% chance of winning for Itchin. I've also got Johnny Russell for Sporting. He's capable of scoring. Even though it's an hard fixture, he's capable of getting the score sheet, of course. So I think it's between Magoza and Russell. 54 and 62. So obviously Magoza would be my 60 or plus player. Then Russell would be my other option there. So I think it's going to be Magoza, Russell. Well, one of them is going to have to go in my forward slot. I think I'm probably going to favour Magoza. He's been on fantastic form recently. Recently scored a hat-trick for Montenegro in the Nations League. I'm hoping he's going to be back in South Korea in time for this game, and he's still got his fitness and stuff after playing the internationals. We'll check on that, of course, any team news that is available. But I think I'm going to go Magoza in the forward slot. I'll put him in there. Now the forward slot is going to be, the final slot is going to be between, well, Jin Ho and Russell. But I think Jin Ho might be, yeah, he's got the 64 rating, look. So he won't actually be able to participate in this team. So you're only allowed one player with 60 or above, of course. So Jin Ho is kind of ruled out here. So what I might actually do is put Johnny Russell in that final position, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Johnny Russell in that final slot. He's certainly capable of getting on the score sheet. They do have a difficult fixture, like I say, but he's more than capable of scoring. So I'm going to go with Johnny Russell in that final slot. So I think that's looking fairly decent. If these two can get on the score sheet, these two have a good game. And if Ulsan can keep a clean sheet, which is probably likely, then this team could do really well. So I'll go ahead and confirm that. So that's gone through, that's met the criteria, which is good. So let's move on now to the Specialist Threekly team. So let's have a quick look at the criteria on this then. So in this one, limiteds and commons are allowed. Something to note here though, that the common cards will get minus 100% on their score. Something to bear in mind there, so basically the common cards won't score any points in this division. So you just need to pick 3 players, basically, that are going to score you points, limited cards, with an average of 50 or below in the last 15 games, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and click on register. Now the goalkeeper, I'm probably going to use the common card here. So I'm going to filter to a card that I'm probably not going to use in any of my other lineups. So let's have a look. So I'm just going to pick Diego Lopez here, because obviously he's not got a fixture, so I might as well put him in there. So obviously I want to put a decent lineup in the common league, because you can win a prize now, top 100. Actually have a chance of winning a limited card, so I'm going to put a solid team in that one. So let's have a look what other players I've got available then in terms of the other slots. So defenders, I've got Sang-woo. They've got a pretty decent fixture as well. They're away, but there should be odds on favourite for this one. Omsberg as well there, but he didn't play the last game. I don't know if he is injured or suspended. I might have to check on that. But in terms of defenders, Sang-woo would be my option there, but I will look who else I've got, of course. I've got Gregor here, but they've got a pretty difficult fixture. Away to Atlanta United, so I don't really fancy him to do much there. Same for Fernandez, difficult game away to Kawasaki Fontale. Now, Alex Roldan could be an option. He's on form recently. They've got a pretty decent fixture as well at home to Los Angeles. Let's just have a look at the odds of that. 44% chance of winning, so that's looking decent. He's got a couple of decent scores his last 2 games as well, so he's certainly an option. Palacevic is also another good option potentially for Seoul. And also Giraldi. Let's have a look at Giraldi. I think they've got an easy fixture actually. Yeah, 57% chance of winning for Velez, so that's looking promising. He's not been scoring fantastically recently, but he is capable. He's got a 72 here and a 65 here. That looks like it's a decent fixture as well, so he could certainly be an option. And Palacevic as well. Has he been playing though? I think he's probably been a sub, hasn't he? Oh no, Palacevic has been playing. He played the last game as well, got 85 points, which was good. Sub there, so he's mainly been playing actually for Seoul, so he could certainly be an option as well. So got a few options in midfield there. Blanco, you never know if he's going to start that in that team. Kaneko, difficult game. I've obviously used Tomasi already, So there's no one else that's really sticking out here to me. So I think it's between Giraldi, Palacevic or Roldan. I think I'm actually going to go with Roldan though. I'm going to put him in the team there. Now we need a forward. Let's just see what forwards I've got available. Nizgoz is out. Kato has got some decent scores. I don't know if he's been starting all the games though. Yeah, he's been coming on as a sub, so risk there. Aruti might be an option. They're away though to Montreal, so not the easiest game, and he's not been scoring recently. Patrick, not 100% sure if he's going to start. Same with Vilachchenko. So in terms of forwards, there's not really many options. So I think I'm actually going to put a common card in the forward slot here. So someone who I'm not going to use, not going to need in the upcoming game week. So I'm going to go with Yamanchuk. He's not got a fixture. So let's go back to my limiteds then. So we've got a couple of options in midfield still. Let's just start with the defenders though, because I'll need a limited card in this defender slot. And I'm going to go with Sangwoo here. He has been out from the game for quite some time, but he's now signed for Beijing Guan. Was a fantastic player when he was playing for Pohang Steelers. I expect him to start improving his form. He's already getting some decent scores as well. These are scores where he's not actually got any assists or goals yet, but he's showing that threat. So I'm going to go with Sangwoo in the defender slot. Now the final extra slot then. So this is going to be a midfielder, I would say, from the ones that I scouted. So it was being Palacevic and Giraldi. So I think I'm actually going to go with Palacevic here, because I think he's got the more chance of getting a peak score. More chance than Giraldi has. So I'm going to go with Palacevic in that final slot. Now, captain. Again, I'm going to go with Palacevic. He's obviously playing in a very attacking position. Roldan usually plays as a defender, although he does get forward quite a lot. But I think I'm going to go with Palacevic, because as we know, he is capable of banging in the goals, getting the assists. He's probably got more chance than these two in getting a goal or two. So I'm going to go with Palacevic as captain, and I think that team's looking pretty solid. So I'll go ahead and confirm that. So that's good, and I will pick my common team now, like I said. Let's have a quick look at the criteria this week. So it's 50 or below in the last 15, so that's pretty decent actually. That's quite an high average, so some of the players that I've just been mentioning will probably crop up here. So goalkeeper then. Now Tani is available, that's good, they've got a decent fixture. Park Bae Jong as well, potentially for Suwon, although we don't know if Ye Huan will potentially start that. I think he was injured or something. So I'm going to go with Tani in goal. Defender, I'm going to go with Ishihara here. Obviously he plays with Tani's team as well, so that's fallen really well. I would have thought he'd start as well, so I'm going to go with him. So we've got a bit of a Schön and Belmare stack there, which could work really well if they do keep a clean sheet. Now midfielder slot, I'm going to go with Giraldi. He was the best option there, the next best option for my Threekly team. So I'm going to go with Giraldi in the midfield slot. Now forwards is where we were struggling a bit, and it's a difficult one. I think I might go with Aruti to get out of his goal scoring, well, non-goal scoring form. Let's just have a look at it's going to be between Kato and Aruti. So let's just have a look at their fixtures and odds. So Kato, 27% chance of winning. Started the last 3 games as sub though, that's the worry there. And same sort of odds for Aruti as well. So I'm going to go with Aruti in that forward slot there. Bet on him to come out of his goal scoring drought. And now we just need the extra slot then. So let's have a look who we had left. So Kato again is another option. Duke has a difficult game there. Kaneko, really difficult game against Kawasaki. Let's just go back to the lineup builder for a second. I just want to look at some of these players. So Gregor was an option. 16% chance of winning against Atlanta. A little bit tempted by him, really. I am a little bit tempted by him. Seo Min Woo. Don't fancy him, really. Omsberg, again, I don't know if he's injured. I'd probably pick him if he wasn't injured. Although he's not very... I want an attacking player, really, don't I? Ideally. I want someone who's going to maybe get a goal. Now, maybe Kato's going to get more of a chance here, because he has come on and scored or assisted in the last 2 games, as you can see here. Let's have a look. So he got an assist in this game off the bench. And in this match he got a goal. So maybe he'll get his chance in the first team here, Kato. Ilitchenko is just in and out of the team, so he can't be relied on really. And his goals is injured. So I think I'm actually going to go with Kato in this final slot. He's a forward, of course, so he's obviously going to have a chance of getting a goal or assist if he does play. Hopefully he'll start in this game. I think he's earned it with 2 good appearances off the sub bench. So I think I'm going to go with Kato in that final slot. So, captain then. Now in terms of captain, I'm going to go with Kato here. I need him to start. I think the rest will definitely start. Kato's the only doubt there, so if he doesn't start or he doesn't play, then obviously this team is not going to really do anything. But if he does start and gets a goal, that's obviously going to stack the odds in my favour. So I'm going to go with Kato. He's probably got the bit of a better all-round play than the rest of these players as well. Although Giraldi has got a good all-round play, but he's playing a bit more defensive at the moment, so he's maybe not going to get a goal or an assist. So I'm going to go ahead and save that team. I think that's looking pretty good to me. So that team is saved. For the month of June, I'm running a competition for my loyal followers on Twitter and YouTube. And I'm giving away an Alexander Sobolov limited card. To enter the competition, you need to follow me on Twitter, subscribe to this YouTube channel. You also need to retweet the pinned tweet on my Twitter page, which will be the competition tweet, and also comment. And the most important one is to comment on the YouTube videos throughout June right here on the Sorare Assist YouTube channel. At the end of June, I'll pick a random video released in June. Then I will select a random comment in that YouTube video, and whoever made that comment will win this Alexander Sobolov card, as long as they have followed the entry criteria for this competition, and that is to subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter, and retweet the pinned tweet on my Twitter page. The card will be sent via Sorare, of course, at the end of June after the winner is announced. So thanks for being a follower and subscriber if you are already, and good luck in this competition. Let's just quickly pick my casual team while we're here. Like I say, you can get a reward now for the top 100 players, which is absolutely fantastic. So 11 to 100 get a tier 3, 4 to 10th get a tier 2, 3rd, 2nd and 3rd get a tier 1 for first, 2nd gets tier 2, 3rd gets tier 2 limited as well. So some really good cards up for grabs here. So let's go ahead and pick my common team. Now let's start with the goalkeepers then. So I've got a few options here. I think it's probably between Eloy Room and Carlos Miguel Coronel. Now Red Bulls have got a really good fixture against Toronto. Now I think there's a good chance that they could keep a clean sheet here against Toronto. A rare clean sheet for them. I think he's probably looking the best option from what I've got available. Eloy Room is a decent one as well, but Red Bulls have got a really favourable fixture and the odds-on favourite for this game as well, actually, to win this match. So I think I'm going to go with Carlos Miguel Coronel as the goalkeeper. So defenders then, I've only actually got one available, and that's Nakatomo. So I'm a bit short on defenders for my for the America and Asia divisions, so hopefully I'll win some in this common league. So I'm going to put in Nagamoto there, it's the only option I've got. Midfielders then, so I've got Jin Ho here, which is really good. Luciano Acosta was a recent win for me last game week in the common league, so he could be straight in the team potentially. Although Jin Ho is probably the best option at the moment, he's got the most favourable fixture, but he has got a tough game here. I've actually got all the odds on my mobile phone. I've added all my common card teams as my favourites on a soccer app, and I've just basically filtered it to my favourites. Then I can see all the odds you see for my common cards. This lets me pick my team, enable me to pick my team a little bit better, because obviously you can't filter the common cards on Sorare data, so you can't get the odds from this source. So I do put all my common cards when I win them, add the team that they're playing for onto an app, and then I filter it to my favourites, and that'll bring up all the teams, my common card players. This really helps me to pick my optimal team, you see, based on the odds, and obviously I'll take in consideration the scores from the players as well. So as I say, Acosta's got a pretty difficult fixture away to Philadelphia Union. Philadelphia Union are pretty decent at keeping clean sheets as well. I don't know if Acosta's going to get any assists or goals in this game. As you can see, there's still a really good player for the Sorare scoring matrix, but there might be some better options. Now, Mihalovic, as we know, may be injured potentially. So it looks like the only option is, well, the best option is probably Jin Ho here. Now, I may come back to Acosta if I don't have any other options in terms of the forwards and stuff, but I'm going to go with Jin Ho in the midfield slot. Now, got a few options here in up front by the looks of things, sticking out straight away. So we've got Joe Min Q here for Jeju. They've got a good fixture. So have Dallas as well. Both odds on favourite to win. And I've also got Drusy as well that I've won recently for Austin. Although Austin have not got the most favourable game there. Got Hernandez as well. He's not been scoring as much recently though. And also Corinthians Guedes. Now they've got a good fixture. But I'm actually siding towards Jesus Ferreira and Joe Min Q here. So I'm going to go with Jesus Ferreira there. And I'm going to put Min Q in the extra slot. In terms of the captain, I'm going to actually go with Jesus Ferreira here. So I do have the rare card of Jesus Ferreira and the limited card. I've also got the rare card of Jin Min Q as well. But in some of my rare teams, I've put Jesus Ferreira as my captain. So I'm going to go for a full house here. If he does well, obviously that's going to benefit all my players. So I'm going to go with captain on the common team as well. So on paper this looks pretty decent. Obviously the only weakness is Nagatomo. So I do need some more common cards for the American and Asian divisions in the common category. So this team's looking pretty good to me. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. So that was all my teams. So if I go to my teams then, so my all-star, as I say, was Sung Ryong, Yamane in defence. So I've got a Kawasaki Fontana stack there. I've got Carlos Gil as captain, Joe Min Q up front with Cecina. So this team's looking really solid to me. So the Specialist Limited team is Jo Hyun Woo in goal. Got Nellis for Red Bulls in defence. Tumasi for Dallas in midfield. And then I've got Johnny Russell and Magoza up front. These two are my two 40 or below in the last 15 games players. Now in the Threekly team, I've gone for Kang Sang-woo, Alex Walden and Pelezovic as my captain. And the Underdog team, I've gone for Tani in goal with Ishihara making up a Shonen Belmare stack there. Giraldi in midfield, Aruti up front, Omopin's going to end his goal scoring drought, and Kato Omopin's going to start as my captain. Common team, I've got Coronel in goal, playing for Red Bulls, got a really favourable fixture. Nagatomo was my only option in the defence slot. Got Jinho in midfield, Joe Min Q up front, and I've also got Jesus Ferreira as my captain. So I think those teams are looking pretty good to me on paper. Let's see how they get on in the upcoming game week. Obviously you guys will find out if I do well, because there'll obviously be a rewards video. Okay guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up using the link below to get a free limited card and 13 common cards. You can also become a member of this YouTube channel now by clicking that join button below, or become a patron. On both these membership options, you've got the option to get early access to scouting videos on the Sorare Assist YouTube channel, exclusive videos from me, scouting videos, and you'll also get access on the highest tiers to the Sorare Assist Discord channel, where you can chat with me and other Sorare Assist members. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Good luck in the upcoming game week as well.